Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss one of the topic from class 12th chemistry part 2 chapter 10 haloalkane and haloarine, and the name of the topic is reactions of haloalkane. So this is a general formula of haloalkane Rx where the reactions can be performed by removing this X or removing some part from R and from X or just adding something into it. So there are three type of classifications for the reactions of haloalkane. These three types are nucleophilic substitution reaction, elimination reaction and reaction with metal. Now we will discuss each of these types separately here and in detail. And the best part to learn organic chemistry is to prepare the flow chart. So by this flow chart you can easily learn any of the reaction and can retain for longer period of time. Now the first one here is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now the first question arises here, why this haloalkane undergo this nucleophilic substitution reaction? Now as we know, in case of haloalkane, because of this halogen, this CX bond is polar in nature where X is electronegative and has a gained slightly negative charge because of its electronegativity, and that is the carbon here is somehow electropositive. Now due to this polarity, now this X can easily be removed by any other substance, just for example by nucleophile. So if nucleophile can easily attack over this carbon which is more reactive than this X, so it can easily substitute this X here by a nucleophile and this X is removed. Now this kind of a reaction where we used a nucleophile to break this bond and just substitute here is known as a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this involves two type of mechanism, SN1 and SN2, that is unimolecular and the biomolecular reactions mechanism, which I have discussed separately in another video, and the link of that video is posted in the description. You can kindly check out there after watching this complete video. But now we are only discussing the reaction, not the mechanism here. I have just discussed this mechanism separately. Now how to learn these reactions? Now what is the common thing here? This is an Rx where X is substituted by the nucleophile. So what we have to do, we have to take any of the reactant here. Now the first type of reaction here is reaction with KOH. So we first just separate into two parts. What is the nucleophile here? It will be OH minus here, delta positive and delta negative. So now if I will write here Rx and then I will write KOH. Now it is only a simple substitution of this X by this OH, and what we get the product ROH and KX. Now one more important point, what you have learned here, this is a reaction of haloalkane, but at the same time what you are preparing then alcohol, which is your next chapter in class 12th. So in that chapter we will do the same reaction under the category preparation of alcohol. So how alcohol is prepared? By the action of KOH over haloalkane. Now what type of a KOH is it? It is an aqueous KOH. We get different product if the medium is changed. In case of aqueous, it undergoes the substitution reaction, whereas when it is alcoholic KOH, then it is undergo the elimination reaction, which we will discuss later on. So अभी आपको सिर्फ इतना समझना है कि RX और जो आपने इस पे अटैक करवाया है न्यूक्लियोफाइल, तो जो रिएजेंट लिया है उसको दो पार्ट में डिवाइड करना है, प्लस एंड माइनस, एंड दिस नेगेटिव पार्ट इजीली सब्स्टिट्यूट दिस X हियर एंड फॉर्मिंग द प्रोडक्ट. जब आप इस तरह से रिएक्शन करेंगे आपको कुछ भी लर्न नहीं करना पड़ेगा, आपको इजीली करते करते समझ आ जाएगा. ठीक है. नाउ जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ हियर द सेकंड कैटेगरी हियर इज रिएक्शन विद AgOH. सो अगेन divided into two part, Ag plus OH minus. Now this Rx, and now I am taking here AgOH. Now what it will be do? It just simply substitute this OH with this X, and what we are getting here? We are getting here ROH and AgX. So again this is a preparation of alcohol here from the silver hydroxide. Now the next one is reaction with ammonia. Again I will divide it into two parts, that is NH2 minus and H plus here. So when I am taking here Rx and NH2 and H, I am just separating it into two parts. So now this NH2 will just substitute here and it is forming RNH2 plus HX. Okay, so in all these three type of reaction, what I have done, we have only substituted the nucleophile with this X here, and in all three cases we have prepared one important compound, here alcohol, here also alcohol, and this is an important preparation of amines, and this is a name reaction which is known as ammonolysis. That is, by adding ammonia this bond is breaking out, hence it is ammonolysis. Now next is reaction with sodium alkoxide, that is RONA. Again I will divide into two parts, that is RO minus and Na plus. So now what will be the reaction here? RX plus RONA. So now what will here? This X is substitute by this RO minus, and what we are forming here? ROR plus NaX here. This is a very important reaction, and again in this case what we are preparing here? We are preparing here ether, and this one is also a name reaction which is known as Williamson synthesis, where sodium alkoxide reacts with haloalkane, form ether. So this is a very important reaction, a separate video for the complete mechanism, because this topic is included in your next chapter, that is in ether. So I have posted the link in the description, you can check out there a separate video on the Williamson synthesis. So here Rx plus RONA, what it will be forming? It will be forming ROR, that is ether, and NaX. Now next is reaction with NaI. I have already done this topic in the preparation of haloalkane. This is a name reaction, halide exchange, which is also known as a Finkelstein reaction. So again we have to do one thing, Na plus and I minus. So when we do the substitution here, that is Rx plus NaI. Now what happened here? This negative I will just substitute this X here, and the product will be iodide is formed plus NaOX. So this is same reaction which we have done in the preparation of haloalkane by the halogen exchange method, which is also known as a name reaction, that is Finkelstein reaction. Now to understand the next reaction of this nucleophilic substitution reaction, we must know one definition, that is what is an ambidentate nucleophile. That is a nucleophile which can attack from two sides. Now for example, if we have an cyanide, so here lone pair present on this nitrogen, so it can attack from this side also, and as we know it can easily build in resonance here, so we can also attack from the carbon side. So there are two attacking sides. Similarly in case of NO2, we can write NO2 like as ONO. So here it can attack from N also, and it can attack from O also. So same nucleophile which can attack from both the side, same nucleophile which can attack from both the side, that is N or an O, is known as an ambidentate nucleophile. Now there is a reaction where this ambidentate nucleophile can attack in these two sorts, that is AgCN and KCN. Now in the both case we get the different product. Now for example, in case of this KCN, it is forming RCN, whereas in case of AgCN it is forming RNC. Now the question arises, why such kind of reaction takes place? Now one thing is that yes, CN is an ambidentate, it can attack from any of the side. Now the question is, why in case of AgCN it is attacked from N side, why in case of KCN it is attacked from the carbon side? So the answer lie in its behavior. Now for example, the KCN is an ionic solid, whereas the AgCN is an covalent here. So in this case of covalent, this bond here is stronger, and now it can attack from the lone pair which is present on the nitrogen side. But in case of KCN, it is forming RCN, that is cyanide here. Now why this happened? Because KCN in the solution easily give cyanide ions. Now in case of CN, both are available for reaction, nitrogen also and the cyanide also. But the bond which is formed by RC is more stable than this RNC. Again I am repeating, in case of KCN, cyanide ion is present in the solution. It can attack from both the side here, because this is an ionic compound, it easily dissociates to form the cyanide ion. Now since the stable bond is formed by RC, hence it formed the cyanide here. Now what happened in case of AgCN? It is an covalent, so it not easily ionized. So here attack from this lone pair side will takes place, that is from the nitrogen here, and it formed, that is RNC. So what you have to learn, that KCN is an ionic, so it easily dissociate, and that carbon bond is more stable than this NC bond, hence it form RCN. Whereas in case of AgCN, this is a covalent compound, and now the only nitrogen is free to attack here because of its lone pair. So here it form RNC. So this is the explanation here. KCN is predominantly ionic, which provides cyanide ion in the solution. Now both carbon and nitrogen atoms are in a position to donate an electron pair, but attack takes place from the carbon side. Why? And not from nitrogen. Why? Because carbon-carbon bond is more stable than the CN bond here. Whereas in case of AgCN, it is mainly covalent in nature, and nitrogen here. Nitrogen is free to donate electron pair forming isocyanide. So in case of AgCN, it is forming isocyanide, whereas in case of KCN, it is forming the cyanide here. Now same thing you can apply here. Rx with AgNO2, since it is in covalent, it will attack from nitrogen side, that is it is forming here RNO2, whereas it is an ionic compound, it will be forming RONO here. So important point that you have to remember here, what are the ambidentate nucleophile, that is cyanide and this nitrite, and now two different kind of products it can form here. In case of AgCN, it is forming RNC. In case of AgNO2, it forming RNO2. Always attack from nitrogen side in case of this covalent part, and whereas in case of ionic, other than nitrogen side, it will attack here RCN, RONO. So these are all reactions which we have done in this case of nucleophilic substitution reaction. In all cases, this nucleophile is substituted this X here, forming ROH. Here again it is forming ROH. Here it is ROR, and the name reaction here is Williamson synthesis. This is RNH2 ammonolysis. In case of KCN, it is RCN, whereas in case of AgCN, it is RNC. In case of KNO2, it is RONO, whereas in case of AgNO2, attack from nitrogen side, that is RNO2. So this is a simple flowchart for all the nucleophilic substitution reactions of the haloalkane. Now we will discuss the second category here. Now the next classification of the reaction is the elimination reaction. So what happened in this case, when haloalkane is treated with alcoholic KOH, then beta elimination reaction will take place. Now what do you mean by the beta here? So the halogen which is attached to a carbon is an alpha carbon, and the carbon which is attached to alpha carbon is a beta carbon. So now the elimination reaction will take place in such a way that hydrogen from the beta position and halogen from the alpha position is removed and a alkene is formed. So what do you mean by an elimination reaction, or we can say beta elimination reaction? And one more name for this reaction is dehydrohalogenation reaction. That is, hydrogen and halogen is removed here, HX here. And what is formed here? Alkene formed. So what do you mean by the elimination reaction? When haloalkane with beta hydrogen atom is heated with alcoholic KOH, then elimination reaction will take place in such a way that hydrogen from beta position and halogen from the alpha position is removed and alkene is formed. Since hydrogen is removed from beta position, it is known as beta elimination reaction, and one more name for this reaction is dehydrohalogenation reaction. Now just for example, in this case, halogen from alpha and hydrogen from beta will be removed and product here will be formed. It is CH3. This one will be CH2. Here, since H is removed, CH. Here it will be CH2. So this is the product here, where hydrogen from the beta position and halogen from the alpha position is removed in the presence of KOH. Now what happened if there are two types of beta hydrogen is available? Now for example, if we have this 2-chlorobutane, CH3, CH2, CH, Cl and CH3. Now there are two types of beta is available. Why two types? Because this is alpha and the carbon which is attached to this alpha is beta and beta. So now there are two types of beta hydrogen is present, one in CH2, one in CH3. So what happened in this case? So when we removed this beta 1 first, so the product will be CH3, CH, this H is removed here, double bond CH because this Cl is removed here, and CH3. Second option, if this beta 2 is removed here, then the product will be CH3, CH2 will remain CH2. Now this is CH here, now double bond towards this side, and the product here it is this. Now when we perform this reaction, this is the first one takes place when beta 1 is removed. And these two beta are equivalent. Now the question arises, which one formed in major amount? So on elimination, the product which is more alkylated will be formed in major amount, and this is given by a scientist, Alexander Zets, and the rule which is given by him is the Sedzeff rule. Now according to this rule, the alkene which is formed in major amount is the one which is more alkylated. Now what do you mean by the alkyl group? Alkylation here is, this is an alkene, this is an alkene. Now here around this double bond there are two alkyl group are present. One is this one and one is towards this side. So there are two alkyl which is present here. Whereas in this case only one alkyl group is present to this carbon, another only H is present. So in this case 2 alkyl is attached to these two double bond. Here to these two double bond only one alkyl group is attached. So this one is more alkylated, hence it will be formed in major amount. Just for example, it is here 80% and this product will be the 20%. Now this is the product which is formed here, that is CH3, CH, double bond, CH and CH3. Now one more option is there. It can be exist in two geometrical isomer form. Now what are those isomers? Just for example, CH3, CH towards this side, double bond, CH3 and H. This is the cis isomer when two bulky group are on the same side, and other one is the trans isomer where the bulky group are diagonal to each other. So out of these two, which one will form in major amount? Again answer will be, just for example, trans form will be in major, whereas because of steric hindrance it will be formed in less amount. So again I am repeating here. First of all, what is this reaction? This is a elimination reaction, beta elimination reaction. It takes place in the presence of alcoholic KOH, where in the presence of alcoholic KOH is HX is removed, where H is taken from the beta position. So this is the simplest one. Now the situation arises, if there are two beta hydrogen available, then the Sedzeff rule is to be applied. That is, on removing a hydrogen in which we get the more alkylated product will be formed in the maximum amount. And if the product form in maximum amount and it can exist in two symmetrical isomers, then the isomer in the trans form will be formed in the major amount here. And this reaction is also known as a beta elimination reaction, dehydrohalogenation reaction, and important point we have to remember that alcoholic KOH is used. After the elimination reaction, the important question arises from this topic is that why different product obtained when haloalkane is treated with aqueous KOH and with alcoholic KOH. That is, in case of aqueous KOH, Rx will form an alcohol and it follows the substitution mechanism here. Whereas in case of alcoholic KOH, an alkene is formed and the mechanism follow here is the elimination. Now the question arises, why they are just performing a different mechanism with aqueous and alcohol. Now in case of aqueous KOH, the nucleophile which is generated is OH minus only. That is, in presence of H2O, OH and OH, only the OH minus is the nucleophile. Whereas in case of alcoholic KOH, the nucleophile which is formed here is RO minus and OH minus. Now this bulkier nucleophile is a stronger base which easily abstract hydrogen from this haloalkane. It easily abstract the hydrogen from this haloalkane, due to which an alkene is formed. So the answer lie because of the size of this nucleophile. If smaller the nucleophile, it follows the substitution reaction. If it is a bigger nucleophile, it will abstract hydrogen from this haloalkane and it forms an alkene. That is in case of alcoholic KOH. Alcoholic KOH, which means RO minus is present in the solution. So it abstract hydrogen, that is beta hydrogen here, and that will formed here, and generally there is elimination takes place. This Cl will be liberated as Cl minus. This base react with that hydrogen forming BH here. So this is a very important reaction explanation, that is why different product. So it all depends upon the strength of nucleophile. If OH is there, it is an weaker, whereas RO minus is a stronger base, it can easily abstract hydrogen here. And as it abstract hydrogen from this haloalkane, it will form an alkene. Whereas in case of smaller group, it can easily attack on it and the substitution will takes place. Now the third classification of haloalkane reaction, that is the reaction with metal. So first reaction you have already done in your class 11, that is a Woods reaction. Reaction of haloalkane with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether, it form an alkane and 2 NaX. This is called a Woods reaction, where haloalkane is react with sodium metal, it form RR, that is alkane, and 2 NaX is released in the presence of dry ether. And what is the limitation? Limitation is that in this case we always prepare an even number of compound, not the odd one, because we are taking 1 carbon and in the product we are getting the 2 carbon. So we are always preparing the even number of carbon atom in a compound. Now if we want to prepare an odd number, which means we have to take 2 different haloalkane here. So in this case we get multiple product. Why we are getting the multiple product? Because in this case this compound can just combine with itself, this can combine with itself, and then they combine both. So for getting one product we are getting 2 separate, we can say, byproduct here. So this method is not useful for the preparation of odd number. So this is kind of its advantage as well as disadvantage. Advantage, that by this we are only preparing the even number of carbon atom. Disadvantage, this method is cannot useful for the preparation of odd number of carbon atom. What is a Woods reaction? When an haloalkane is treated with sodium metal, it form an alkane. Now the second reaction is reaction with magnesium, and in this case when Rx is treated with magnesium, it is forming a Grignard reagent, that is RMgX. This is a very important reagent. It will be very useful in conversions of aldehyde and ketones as well as in case of alcohol. So what is the reaction of magnesium? It reacts with haloalkane and forms the Grignard reagent. This is RMgX is the Grignard reagent. Now one more important condition is that it should be prepared only in dry condition. There will be no traces of water will be available here. If the water is present, then that RMgX react with that water and it form an alkane. So instead of preparing Grignard reagent, what we get an alkane plus MgOHX. So this is a very important condition, that preparation of RMgX is to be done in a dry condition. Now the question arises, why the dry condition? Because if any traces of water will be there, it will form a alkane. So after completing all the reaction, you can prepare a flowchart related to it. Reactions of haloalkane, there are 3 types: nucleophilic substitution, elimination, and reaction with metal. So for example, with aqueous KOH, it will be forming ROH. With AgOH, it is forming ROH. With RONA, it forming ether. With NH3, it forming RNH2. In each case, you have to just divide into 2 parts. With NaI, it is a Finkelstein reaction. It form Ri. With KCN, reaction is from C side because it is a bidentate, RCN. In case of silver, reaction from nitrogen side, RNC. KNO2, reaction from other than nitrogen side, that is RONO. In case of AgNO2, reaction from N, that is RNO2. Now, beta elimination reaction. What is the condition? That is alcoholic KOH. Now, which type of rule it formed? It formed the Set-Zepf rule. And important point, when we apply the Set-Zepf rule, then the product which is more alkylated is to be formed. This is the first point. And the second point, if there is a possibility of trans and cis, then the trans isomer will be in the major amount. An important point, why we are getting two different products in case of aqueous and alcoholic. Whereas in case of alcoholic, the reason is that a stronger base is produced, which what happened? It just abstract, we can say remove hydrogen from the, we can say haloalkane, and elimination reaction takes place or mechanism takes place. Reaction with metal, it includes two major metal. One is the sodium. In that case, we will discuss the Woods reaction, which you have already done in your class 11th. And with the magnesium, it formed Grignard reagent, that is RMGX. Important point, no water should be present or traces of water should not be present, because if water is present, it form alkane and we are not able to prepare the Grignard reagent. So this is the complete flow chart for the reactions of, we can say, haloalkane. Kindly try to learn all these reactions, prepare such kind of a flow chart, and you are able to easily retain all the reaction. आई होप आपको ये फ्लो चार्ट अच्छे से समझ आएगा, आप इसकी अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करें, और अगर वीडियो समझ आई हो तो लाइक, शेयर और कमेंट में ज़रूर बताएं. थैंक यू.